Hello, welcome to Your Life, Your Way podcast. I'm your host, Kathleen McDermott. Why your life, your way? Because life is not a one-size-fits-all, and we spend way too much of it living it how others think that we should. I know I've been there for many years, fought it tooth and nail, but still, you can't help but avoid that. How do I look? What will other people think? How am I acting? What will people think if I do that? What will people think? It's just a vicious cycle. I've been to that point of stress and reacting from unhealthy perceptions. You're not alone. Many of us have been exactly where you might be feeling today. I've been exhausted, overwhelmed. I understand those daily irritants. And then when life really throws you curves, big life changes that maybe, we weren't expecting, they can really knock us for a loop. Life is really about finding out what serves you, what brings you joy, what brings you peace, and what brings you freedom from the stress, the overwhelm, the exhaustion. There are so many responsibilities that we have, but there is a difference between responsibility and feeling of obligation and feeling that we have to do things. It's such a roller coaster ride that we're on. And where does that begin? It begins right after we're born. And it's nothing against our families and those around us. It's just the way life rolls. It's a continuation of learning and everyone doing their best. However, many of the things that I was taught, many of the things that you may have been taught, are they really yours? They weren't really mine. When my life began to fall apart, not looking the way that I expected and anticipated it to look, it was time to do some deep soul searching. And I was a yoga teacher. We can discuss that word teacher another time, but a yoga teacher. And that began to guide me, to guide my clients, my students, and they were actually more my teachers, to look at what was happening on the mat in their practice. And I began to see that what was happening off the mat for them in their day-to-day life was presenting itself in the practice. And in adapting poses for them, it began to help them feel safe. And then they could feel what was coming up, question it, and begin to relate and see how they can take what's happening to them on the mat and relate it to off the mat and vice versa. Again, that's probably another big topic for another day. But it's a process of self-discovery. And when we really look at ourselves in the history and our thoughts and our beliefs, our perceptions, many, yes, are those that we love and honor and they serve us well. But there are those perceptions, beliefs, thoughts, ideals that weren't ours. They were things that we learned from, yes, our parents, from our friends, from school, from society, and a host of other things that were just surrounding us as we grew. And I like to look at it as a picture like an onion, that each time we're taking on something that is someone else's, it's another layer covering who we really are. So many layers begin to really hide us and bury us, and we become lost. And as life goes on, we just become busier and busier and busier and just more overwhelmed and stressed. And to be honest, a lot of that stress comes from these perceptions and beliefs and the ways that we think, we have learned to think that we are supposed to live our life, how we are supposed to be. And enough is enough. So your life, your way is for me, it's exciting to be able to hold space in this way and to bring you different voices of life experiences, because my voice isn't the only voice, and I don't, I'm not so egotistical to think that my voice is the one that's going to touch every single one of you. It just doesn't work that way. But there might be one voice that I can bring to you and have them here to speak their journey and what they found and what things may have worked for them to free them from their stress, their overwhelm, and just things that were not serving them anymore. There might be something that just one person says that might really speak to you and might have you feel that, wow, I'm not alone. Of course you aren't. You are not alone. But it might be the point to have you say, I am not alone. That person can, relates and knows what I'm going through. You might be feeling unheard. You might be feeling unseen. And I'm hoping that some of the voices that I bring here can help you feel that you're not alone, because they have felt the same way and they've come through. They have had life throw them massive curves. They have come through. Was it easy? Oh God, no. It wasn't. When my life fell apart, I thought, that's it. What's next? You don't think there really is anything hopeful next, but there is. There is. And I don't mean to laugh disrespectfully. I've been there. And it is a journey, and it is not easy, but you know what? It is so worth it. It is so worth it, because what is on the other side is so much freedom. Freedom from the angst, the unhealthy perceptions that just keep us on that hamster wheel of stress. And stress is not healthy. It affects us just physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But we don't have to live with it. We can really, really create a life that we love waking up to every day. Does that mean it's perfect? Well, first of all, whose vision of perfect? That's another talk for another day, the word perfect. But it's creating what serves you. It's finding what makes you feel joyful. And as a mom, I can say that it also became very important for me to say, what legacy do I want to leave? And as a brand new grandma, don't want to cry, but as a brand new grandma, that legacy is even so much more important to me now. Never thought it could be more, because my boys are my greatest joys. But the legacy, and it's my choice. It's my purpose to build, to serve, and to leave a way for them to have more peace in their life. Their way, though. And it's the same for you. Your life is your gift to live, no one else's. And you're not being disrespectful if you want to begin to maybe take a look at the things that you've been carrying. And if it's something that someone taught you that is not yours and you're not feeling it, it's okay to let it go. But that old saying, don't look back, you're not going that way. We must look back. We must, because that's where it all began. And your life, your way, here, I hope that I can bring someone, the person to you, or my voice. I hope there is one voice that you find here that touches you to help you embrace the possibilities for your life. I thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to serving you and bringing you more inspiration as the days go on and the weeks go on. Please join us again. Please follow and subscribe. And if you would like and find it in your heart to maybe leave a review, that would be so greatly appreciated. Peace and blessings to you, and thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day.